Hello, welcome to MyStartup TV. I'm Major Sunil Shetty. We are here at the IKP 2025. The theme line is Beyond the Blue Lines. With me, my guest is today Sandil Kottawalla, who's the founder of Alkaliyos.
Alfaleus.
Alfaleus. So, Sandil, if you can summarize yourself in one line, what would you be?
Okay, so I think hustler, yeah,
And that's very important, isn't it, for a startup?
absolutely, yes. So it's been quite a journey. So maybe I'll share my journey. So I don't come up from typical, medical background, and I'm an engineer. I was an engineer, and while I was in college, I saw this. I was suspected of having glaucoma, and I saw this big equipment on which glaucoma testing is done, which was one very expensive, and secondly, it was very difficult to do. You have to rest your chin, sit there for about 15 minutes, and constrained position, and all these things. So that is what basically inspired me to build something which is portable and more accessible. What we have been able to build is we built this whole glaucoma testing in a virtual reality headset. So VR headsets you'll know from gaming, but those VR headsets we are using for glaucoma testing, eye testing. We work with some of the best institutes in the US. We work with the Hopkins. We work with Aravind Eye Hospital in India, and we validated the solution. And a big thanks to IKP, right? They gave us so many grants and support when there was no other option available out there. And as a student, I was able to start this journey. And today at Alfaleus, we are roughly having 250, 300 eye doctors pan India, in Africa, Nepal, who are using these solutions. So that's what we do at Alfaleus. Yeah.
That's quite a journey, isn't it? Starting with the own experience and then building this up. So, was that the also reason why you decided to want us to, you could have always chosen to be just an innovator, right? Build a product and then let it go on its own. But then you decided, I'll build it, but also I'm going to sell it or be an entrepreneur of it. So how did that transition happen?
I think if you take money from people, they push you to do that. Right? So we have taken money from some DST seed fund and IKP and other guys, and they in a way they push you to ensure that you are actually selling. That's part one. I think that's part two is as innovators we are always very comfortable in just be in our lab and just keep doing what we want to do, right? But there is also this internal voice or sound that says nahi yaar, if it has got real material, it has to go out and it really has to make money, right? So I think I learned early in the journey, if people are not willing to pay for what you're building, you are not really building something meaningful. And I kind of wanted to also validate myself and the work I'm doing. So that's what pushed me into the journey of entrepreneurship. And it's not been easy. I mean, although I come from a family background, from a business family background, so all my family people would be in business, but again I'm more of an academician, and when you have to go and I mean, sitting in lab is very comfortable, but when you go and wait for a doctor for half an hour for just 5 minutes of talk with the doctor, and then even after 5 minutes he'll not place an order for you, and then you repeat that whole thing, start taking appointments, and all that matlab dhakke khana jise kehte hain. So all that when happened, it was difficult. But I think over a period of time, this is also I learned that this is a part of journey, and you got to sell our first few products. Then of course we got an amazing sales team and amazing people. So one of the best person we had so far is Mr. Kiran Shukla, who leads our sales now, and he has been doing the sales part. But yeah, I think true potential of innovation, or even if the innovation is really authentic, can really come out to see if it's making money or not.
And as a hustler, what you said, and somebody who build something through his own personal experience, that is one part. But then again, trying to connect the dot, where coming from a business family but in a different business world, right, where there you put your money and then it's more like aaj 10 rupees dalunga to kal tak shayad 15 aa jayega, and here you have to ask people, request for money, and then you're not even sure whether it is going. How did that concept sink in with your family?
Honestly, I come from a Marwadi family, and typical Marwadi families, they can't believe that someone will give you 10 lakh rupee or 50 lakh rupee to do what you are doing, right? I remember until
चल गया तो पूछेंगे मैंने the money burn.
exactly. You don't have people who can believe that. At least now Shark Tank is there and the ecosystem is a bit mature. I remember I mean, until 2 year, 3 year back, if you ask my grandmother कि आपका पोता क्या कर रहा है, she'll be like पढ़ाई कर रहा है अभी तो वो, right? So I mean, although I started this 7 years back, but she's like अभी भी वो पढ़ रहा है, and she doesn't believe that you're doing your own company until recently. So yeah, so I think even to meet came as a surprise, right? Even to meet came as a surprise, and in fact, a lot of entrepreneurs today think that it's a surprise that grant money, maybe there's a lot of condition involved, or if things don't work out, you have to return back that money. But especially Bayrak has been, and all this ecosystem which has come in is really supportive, right? They give you the chance to experiment, fail, and succeed, and even if you see you want to put in some more money, they have follow-on grants and all. So that's been really helpful to us.
As a company, where do you see going forward? Because one is to build the first product out of the experience, and then you got to maintain this team. You need to take it forward. Where do you think you're going with that?
So as a company, we have our first product, which is fortunately doing well in market. It's our cash cow, and now we are starting to export beyond India. We are looking at second set of products that we are doing, mostly in ophthalmology. And I think over a period of last 7 years, more than anything, I've learned the journey, right? What does it take? How do you really develop a product? How do you validate your customers? And when I started early as an entrepreneur, you'll have a lot of doubts in your mind, right? Will this, as simple as hiring senior people, right? The person has got so much experience. Why will he work for you, or why will he work for your company? Or you have doubts around, there are so many opportunities at any given time. Which one do you really pursue, and which one do you put your heart and soul on, right? So I think I've learned a lot in the journey, especially how do you develop a product, how do you develop a medical product in specific, and how do you take it to market? What does the journey look like? What are the right marketing partners and channels to tap into, right? Because medical, I realize it's a lot about brand and credibility. If you're going through a right channel partner, right, your product can be a kill or a hit depending on that. So that's what I've learned, and now we are doing our next second and third product, which are still in stealth mode, so I won't be able to discuss much. But probably by next year, next IKMC, I should be able to talk more about them. Yeah.
So coming to IKMC, how has been the association with you, and what role they have played in your journey?
So it's been amazing. I'd been coming here as a kid when I was 23-year-old. And I remember I attended my first IKMC back in 2017, I think. And it's been amazing, right? I mean, this is, you meet so many people from this ecosystem, which is a very niche ecosystem, right? You don't get places like these where you meet innovators, you meet policymakers, you meet people at IKMC, you meet a lot of your mentors here. So you meet a lot of friends, and you make a lot of friends every time you come here. So it's been an amazing event, amazing place, always well organized. And I think IKMC every time is learning for us to learn what's new happening in the ecosystem, what other people are coming, who are the new people coming in ecosystem, and always make a lot of connections. Some very interesting incubators are here, some newly launched incubators are here, right? How they can help to take your product to next level. And it's also a very good place to talk about ideas. For example, next 2-3 products I'm trying to do, if I want to take some user journey or validate the market, right? I think it's a good platform to take that kind of feedback.
That's a good point. Also a place not just for networking, but also get your product validated by talking to people who come from across the industry, across the ecosystem, right?
Exactly.
Perfect. So before I let you go, MyStartup TV is a media house that showcases startups and entrepreneurs like you. So what do you think about the kind of work we are doing?
I think amazing. I mean, I think really, really good work, because even last IKMC you guys covered us, and that video helps us, that helps us at brand visibility, because smaller startups cannot invest so much, and we also don't have the specialized equipment and that media visibility. So I think you guys are doing an amazing work. Thanks to you that when you search our name, I think top 4 or 5th results, I mean within top 5 is your one of the video, and that really helps us. And I think you're doing a really good job by covering startup, covering budding entrepreneurs, in fact, and giving them some visibility, on the platform. Yes.
Thank you very much, Sunil.
Yes.
To stay informed about the startup ecosystem, subscribe to My Startup TV.